Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Teresa here, and today I'm sharing days 9 and 10 with you from my 2023 December daily album. And so I have a couple of things for day 9 that I've pulled from my stash of Ali Edwards and Paisley Press products, namely a couple of 3x8 and 4x8 journal cards and transparencies. And then I've also printed my photo at approximately 4.5 by 8.25. I'm not sure exactly. I wanted to leave a little bit of space for overlap with whatever I was going to do with the photo itself. So my first idea was to use the Red Star background paper and have a transparency over top of that on one side of the layout. And that just wasn't feeling it. And then I was also thinking about why not just have the journal card, have a 3x8 journal card with the journaling on it, and have a pocket for that to slide in and out of. Easy peasy, simple. And so I had this red gold foiled vellum pocket from Ali Edwards from previous years, and a very simple journal card here with a simple phrase at the top and lots of space for writing. So the first thing I wanted to do though was make this vellum pocket work a little bit better in this space. It's punched for the right hand side, and I want it to go on the left hand side of the page and have the photo on the right hand side of the page. And it's also a little bit bigger than the journal card. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here, I trimmed off that back piece that kind of overhangs the top, and then I'm opening the pocket up here on the punched side where I want to make it smaller. It was also bugging me that the gold foiled words, as pretty as they are, they weren't centered on that envelope. And I know it makes sense when it's in the album and it's punched, but it didn't work well for being on this side of the layout. Okay, so what I'm going to do first off is score the top of the vellum envelope and fold that into the pocket. And basically what you want is the top of the vellum to fold over into the bottom and adhere it that way. So once I fold this over, it will adhere nice and flat down to the back of the pocket. And I did use a bone folder here to really get that crisp, smooth fold there. And then you can trim off the overhang from the back of the vellum and adhere it down, and you've got your vellum resized. I did have a request from a lovely follower who asked me to do a vellum pocket, and I will share that in a few days. I need a couple of days to get that tutorial video done for you. But that is one way that you can adjust vellum pockets to fit where you want to put it in your album or how you want to work it into your layout. So I ended up ditching the pattern paper for the background and ended up being able to just adhere these elements down onto the back of day 8. Day 8 was the craft paper box that the Ali Edwards main kit arrived in. So it was kind of nice just to be able to use that, and it doesn't even show through. So you can see now how nicely that pocket slides, how nicely the journal card slides in and out of the pocket, and how beautiful that looks with just a simple full-length photo and the full-length journal card together. So now I get to figure out what I want to do with the journal card. there's a cute little spot here at the top where the dotted lines are. And I'm thinking I can do the page number, the day number there. And so you're going to get to see me go through all the 50 gajillion 9s that I have and figure out which one looks best. There were a lot of options. I was really liking some of the round 9s and the circle bits that were in my stash here, but it wasn't feeling quite right. I think the reds were going to compete. So what I went with is the gold 9 on a white 9 background, and just adhered that down using and leaving a little bit of space at the top for it to hang over so that it works like a tab to pull it out of the pocket. So then I'm going to stamp lines here for my journaling. If you followed me for any length of time, you know I do love some good line stamps. These that I'm using here are from Paisley Press, from an older December Daily stamp set that she did. And I have them permanently attached to this block because they come in so handy for 3x4 and 3x8 journal cards, just like you can see here. And they look great. I don't stamp them very heavily. I don't stamp the lines very heavily. And then I use a gray Jelly Roll pen to add my journaling, and it works out really well. So I've got that all figured out, and now I'm going to add, I feel like it needs just a little something else. The story for this day that would be helpful for me to share that with you is about these lighted ornaments. And so when Asher and I were creating our clusters a couple of days ago, we were admiring this ornament, and it's a little vignette ornament with 2 little deer in it. Asher loves it. I love it. And I said, you know, wouldn't it be cool if that lit up? And while I was fiddling with it and whatever, I discovered that, in fact, the top of the ornament hanger turned, and it did, in fact, light up. And we were both so thrilled about that. And then I discovered that there are actually 3 other ornaments in our collection that light up. And so I wanted to include that story, include this beautiful ornament, and let it be a highlight, because it definitely is one of the favorites here. And so what I thought I would do is add a little cluster of deer at the bottom. And I went into my stash, which you can see here, and pulled out just a number of little things that I thought might work. And I ended up finding some reindeer that I believe are from Pink Fresh Studio, that little gray die cut, and then the little tree sticker and another smaller reindeer sticker. And so I'm gonna just create a little setting here, kind of repeating what's in the vignette: the tree, 2 deer, and let that be the embellishment here. And I'm then just going to add a little twine to finish off the tag and adhere that down. Okay, moving along to day 10, and for day 10 I had created this transparency. The transparency itself is from Doodlebug Designs Gingerbread Kisses, and it's one of the main reasons I got this collection because it's so cute with all the little sprinkles on it. And then I layered the 1 and the 0. I attached them together with the red and white twine. The these numbers are from a previous year's Ali Edwards December daily release. They are the large size wood white numbers. And so my favorite thing to do with these numbers is to fill the empty space or the negative space with a photo. And so I'm just doing that here, cutting that photo down to fit behind it. And I did have to lift up the 10 to put the photo behind it. So I repurposed those pop dots, and they actually worked really well and created a little bit of space for that twine to live. And so what I thought I would do is add just 1 or 2 little embellishments around the 1 and the 0, or on top of, or something. So I'm going to go through a whole process of trying different things. This is one of the little embellishment boxes that I keep different dimensional things in. There's chipboard pieces, fabric pieces, shaped paper clips, just any little thing that has a bit of dimension, some charms in there, and they're little bits and pieces that can fit in anywhere. And so I discovered that I had these adorable little circle chipboard pieces. So I think I'm going to use those. These are green going on this side here to contrast with the red and white twine, and also to repeat the color of the Christmas tree. So speaking of the Christmas tree, the story for day 10 is the tree that we did upstairs. This was the tree that was on our landing last year, and this year we put it upstairs at the top of the landing. And Asher and River were so excited. They pulled out all of the kids' ornaments and added those to this awesome little tree here at the top of the stairs. It was just the best time going. This is one of my favorite things, going through their ornaments every year and telling all the stories about the ornaments, sharing memories together, and just coming together again around the tree and creating memories and stories around the tree. It's more and more I'm beginning to realize some more specific reasons why the tree is so special. The tendency is to think it's just a thing. A tree is just a thing covered with things. Some of us covered with many things. But the significance lies in those memories and those stories that we repeat over and over and over again. And so I wanted to journal a little bit about that. I also wanted to, I was just pondering about how some of the ornaments on that tree were given to the kids when they were babies and infants and toddlers. Some of them given to them by people who are no longer with us, and so they hold very precious sentimental value for that reason. And they're also one way that they can remember people who love them throughout their lives, and I think that's really super important. Every time we purchase an ornament for someone else or send someone else a gift that they can use year after year after year and enjoy year after year, we are sharing love, and I think that's really special. So as I always say with transparencies, whatever you do on the front, also do on the back. And so, hey, look at me. I am grabbing out some red chipboard pieces. Look at me using reds that don't necessarily match. Oh, wow. Um, look, I'm being one of the cool kids again. Okay. I'll get over myself. Anyway, that completes these 2 days. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you again for all your love and your beautiful comments and the laughter and the memories that you're sharing with me as well. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you back here again very soon. Bye-bye.